In this video, we're going to talk about RAG applications, real augmented generation, which is a technique that is used to enable LLMs to answer specific questions about a specific data. In this case, your business data. So my name is Kevin Vargas. I'm an AI developer, I'm a web developer, and I develop pretty much everything that I have in my mind. So I will help your business to become better in terms of technology and end up saving more money and saving more time. So the first thing that we need to understand is the data that is used to train LLMs. So we have multiple LLMs in the market. You know, we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini, we have Llama, open source. These LLMs, they come with pre-trained data, which is data that we find on the internet, that in academic articles and multiple sources. Okay, so this is high accurate data because if you ask any question, any complex question about any topic, the answer is pretty decent. Okay, but now we want to achieve the same with our business data. So the technique in order to achieve this outcome is known as RAG. Okay, so we have the LLM. Let's draw a robot. Okay, so we have the LLM. Okay, the LLM, they come with the pre-trained data. Okay, but now in your business you have multiple data, right? You probably have guidelines. Okay, you probably have databases, all right, of your customers or your inventory. So multiple sources of data. So in order to achieve this correctly and efficiently, is that here's your business data. Okay, ideally you should have this data stored in SQL databases. All right, ideally. Why? Because this is a standard and it makes it easier to this LLM to access your business data via SQL databases. But let's be honest, a lot of businesses, they have their data in spreadsheets. Okay, so we have your data right here. So now we just need to give the LLM access to this data so it can answer any question in plain English related to your business data. Okay, but now here's where the challenge is. The challenge is to structure this data in a consistent format, so we have the same consistency across any type of data. So that's why we can probably, if you are working with a developer, in order to achieve this in your business, the first thing they will do is to structure the data that you have probably in spreadsheets or randomly in multiple sources, and put it in a specific format. So we already know what to tell to the LLM, so we can get the answer that we're looking for based on the data that we already structured. The data doesn't necessarily have to be in SQL, but it can also be in plain text. Okay. However, in plain text, you can also implement some prompt engineering strategies. So the answer of the LLM is as much accurate as we want, because it really depends what you want to use your LLM for, because there are a lot of options. This LLM could be a customer support chatbot, okay, a customer support, or it can be an internal tool for your staff in order to visualize and pretty much talk to your data in terms of what is the inventory, what is going on with the customers right now. Okay, so we can communicate this data. And the other thing right here, which is part of RAG, but when you implement function calling, if you don't know function calling, I will make a video about function calling and why it's so important in your LLM applications. So function calling gives the power to your LLM to execute code. So for example, this is a cool example, and I was implementing this in a business that I'm working with. So they have an inventory, and once the inventory goes to a certain number, so let's say they have 5 units of this specific item. So if it goes below this, it will automatically send a shipment order to the provider. So it will automatically pretty much purchase the inventory that is missing. This is done by function calling because this has logic. This is programmatically logic. So we can create this code in the traditional way, and enable the LLM to achieve this. But how will the LLM know if the inventory in this example is going below certain number? Well, the only way is through rack. Okay, so this is the importance of this technique. Okay, so once we achieve this, you are powerful and you can pretty much streamline a lot of processes in your business. So in summary, the takeaway right here is rack applications is what the rack technique is what allows your business and what allows your models to access specific data, so you can answer questions based on that context. Okay, so this is very important. I will make a future video about talking about function calling and about how to implement rack in your LLMs. Okay, if you like this video, if you have any other questions, just leave your question in the comments down below, and I will answer. Okay, you can also check my social media if you want to connect with me, and I hope you had a great day.